If you're in a struggle with your tweens and teens about healthy lunches, this segment is for you. Registered dietitian Andrea Hallwinger here with some tips on replacing nutrition nagging with nutrition nudging, because we are building humans that will go out into the world and we want them to be able to make these good decisions on their own. And surprise, nagging doesn't work with nutrition nor anything else.
Pretty much no. I mean,
pretty much no.
My 13-year-old probably would say I'm still nagging, but
yeah,
you know, we like to have a little bit of fun.
Now, your 13-year-old is taller than you and is competitively swimming 6 days a week. So getting the good balance in the lunch kit is you're living it.
Very, very key. And I think variety is the spice of life, not only from a nutrition perspective, but food psychologists know of a term called sensory specific satiety. And what that means is our taste buds get numbed and bored by the sameness. And so if you're trying to get your kid to eat a little bit more protein, such as in my case, offering 2 different types of proteins in a lunch is going to be more successful to get them to eat more protein than just one.
Okay.
So we can use that, you know, law of variety, I call it, in anything that your teen or tween is not eating enough of. So for example, if they're not a big fan of fruits and veggies,
yes,
you're going to have more success putting 2 different types of a little bit of fruit in the lunch kit than, let's say, just apple slices.
Okay.
So put a few grapes and a few strawberries, because that variety is more exciting to our senses.
Yeah, and that makes sense, because I know I was super excited today because I put grapes and strawberries in my little fruit container that I made. Rather
it works
than
for adults. It works for all of us.
One or the other. So you want to get the kids involved in creating the lunches. If they've got a bit more ownership of it, they know what's coming, they've made some choices, they're more likely to eat it.
But we want to frame the choice, because of course we're nudging nutrition instead of nagging. And so you might say something as you're eating dinner, as you know, hey, so we got to pack lunches after dinner. We have grapes, strawberries, blueberries, carrot sticks, and cucumbers. Which one of those are you interested in putting in your lunch kit? And they might say none, because, you know, it's a teen. But you'd say, no, you got to pick one. Otherwise, I'll decide. And then they're actually quick to say, I'll take the blueberries then. So giving them choice, but framing the choice that we got to put one of those categories in there.
Yeah, like you're not offering like a Doritos or a Hawkins, but which you should really think about doing that. Can we talk about some of your choices here, because you've got some great options? I love the kiwi and the pinwheels. Yeah,
you know what? As you'll see in everything that I've got on here, usually the bento style box is usually more appealing for most of us, most teens, than just standing a sandwich and a piece of fruit, for example. It's more exciting. And it's because, again, we've got texture and variety and color here. So they open it up. So instead of just packing an entire wrap, slice it up. I've got cream cheese, some cheddar cheese, leftover steak I put in there, some peppers. Yes, you're going to roll it up and you could send it just as a wrap, but it's more exciting to most teens to see it displayed this way.
It is. This seems way more doable than a big wrap, because it's like, I don't want to commit to a big wrap, but I could commit to one of those. I love breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner, always good. Well, that's this one over here, if we're going to move to this one. Breakfast for dinner, I've got the French toast sticks. You could do pancake sticks, put cream cheese and jam in them, make sandwiches out of any breakfast item. Waffles work great. I've got a little jar of maple syrup there they can use for dipping or drizzling. I chose sausage as our protein choice, because you could do a big batch of those up at the beginning of the weekend. They'll eat them cold. Don't worry about it. It's very convenient and easy. And then I've got a nut-free energy ball here, and the recipe's up on my blog if any of you would like it. And what I've got over here is literally just regular milk, and I put 1 spoon of hot chocolate powder in there. It's very basic ingredients. And my son is now quite happy to drink this, because it's got a little bit of flavor. And again, I'm trying to get more protein into him often, and some good calcium.
So you're just throwing that in wherever you can. And you've got, so it's really complete. What you're putting together is really complete. It's manageable. There's things that I can pick at, so it's not overwhelming.
Yes. So here we've got a chicken finger. I've got that recipe up on my blog if you want to try that out. Again, most kids will eat that cold. I've got a sweet chili dipping sauce they can drizzle on there. Again, and I'm going to have more success getting more vegetables into my kid if I put 2 different types in there than only the cucumbers, let's say.
Okay, it is as aesthetically pleasing, but it also doesn't overwhelm one because you've got some options. You can just go one thing at a time. So some really great.
We got to talk about the chocolate chia pudding over there.
Yeah, chocolate chia pudding, because that's more protein, but it's got chocolate in it and raspberry, so everybody would be ready to dip into that. Is that recipe on your website?
It is, and it's 5 ingredients. It's very easy to make. You can make up a bunch of containers, and again, it might be a more fun way to get some calcium and protein into your kid than just yogurt all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always the chocolate as the little, carrot, so to speak. Thanks, Andrea. For more nutrition tips and some of these recipes as well, visit Andrea's website, healthstandnutrition.com, and she's got it all listed for you right there.